What is happening? Welcome to a pitcher video breakdown. My name is Nick Pollack. Today, we're going to talk about Bryan Woo. Bryan Woo has done some amazing things with his four-seamer. It's been an elite pitch for him, and we've been wondering what is going to complement that four-seamer through the year. He can't just do it with that pitch, and I've been waiting kind of for a cutter or a slider, but he actually had something else in this start that he threw more than his four-seamer. We're going to watch it. So here he was over the weekend against the Astros, and you can kind of see early that he's not getting the fastball command that he wants. There's a sinker, I believe, a 95, gets it inside, gets an out. That's fine with me. But what generally Woo does is he tries to go like a lot of four-seamers up here. Sometimes he does go away with them against right-handers, and then maybe tries to get some sliders in there and cutters in here. But there's another mystery pitch that I didn't mention that really actually stole the show in this start, and I can't wait to get a perfect example for you. It's that. Oh, yes! Yes! Look at this! You're like, Nick, come on, don't be so excited. It's a foul ball. Bryan Woo in this game threw more sinkers than he threw four-seamers. And he threw them all over here. 75% of the sinkers that Bryan Woo threw were on the inside third and more of the plate. He had a 57% O swing on the pitch, which is by far elite. And the normal guys throw about 40% of the best of the best. Like Zach Wheeler, for example, his sinker O swing is like 40%. It was 57% in this start because Bryan Woo threw it where it starts on the plate and then ends off, and it gets things like that. This is an 0-1 count, and now it's 0-2. That's a free strike or an out every single time you execute this. It's amazing. And now at 0-2, you maybe want to go upstairs. You want to throw a breaking ball. Oh, that's a terrible one. So that's what Bryan Woo needs to fix. That's the last piece of the puzzle, is when you have those inside sinkers, those high fastballs, four-seamers, I should say, and then you need that breaking ball that can fall down here. If you keep it up here, then guys are just only going to look at the top, and you're going to allow some singles like that too. So now against a lefty, it's a little different, right? You can't really throw those inside sinkers because it's a lefty. So this is really where the four-seamer needs to take charge. Fortunately, Bryan Woo has a really good one. In this start against the Astros, it wasn't as elite, and that's why he went to that sinker as much. But man, do I dig it. Oh man, he tugged that one. Oh my gosh. He's trying to stay arm side, it looks like, over here. And he can't quite nail it. He's tugging those four-seamers a little too much. That's a better adjustment. Now he's just got to stay through it more. Yeah, these are deserved bad at-bats here. But there's that sinker, and I'm telling you, that's right off the plate. It will get a swing every single time, and it will be either a foul ball or a grounder to third. And that's so good. That's so good. It's free. It's right there for you. How do Zach Wheeler and Sandy Alcantara go like 7 innings at like 80 pitches? It's because they were able to execute pitches like this. And Bryan Woo, honestly, could be like them in the future if he actually has this on multiple games. Like, this is what he is moving forward, and then gets that big breaking ball in the offseason or something like that. We just need one. Just one, like, maybe it's a changeup or something. Just one secondary pitch that gets you whiffs. Oh, man. Oh, that's... What did that hit? Did it hit the defender? That's a great pitch. It was off the glove of Suarez. Oh, man. That's a great pitch, Boo. I mean, that's really good. Brayman, I guess, did a good job on it, but no, I'll take that all day. That's a nice fastball. We'll take that. I want to see more of that. No, he can't. Bryan Woo does not have a good secondary offering. Great pitch. Oh, it is so hard to do anything with those things. And that's caught, right? I mean, that could be a lot of flares, and that's generally how those hits happen. Is that it's the no man's land between the outfielder and the infielder. Fortunately, that one found a glove. And by the way, this is the only runs he allows the entire game. He just he counted a good four-seamer, I guess, in the middle of the play there. He's trying to do more sinkers inside. Tries to go a breaking ball. He hasn't thrown a single breaking ball for a strike yet, by the way. Oof. And finally, he gets out of the inning. Okay. Now, moving forward, you can kind of take a breather. Look, it's 2-0. You're down already. Woo does a really good job of settling in. There's a fastball away. There's another fastball. Good. Okay. Get more comfortable. The lighting is so strange. Hey, you threw a good secondary, and that's nice. That's what you want to say. I know the lighting is terrible for this, but that is the slider that starts on the plane, goes off of it, and after getting to 0-2, I mean, it's not even that, it's not as competitive as we've seen other ones, but this is at least in the right situation, throwing the right pitch, so good stuff there. If only you could do that with consistency. So you can see the way that McCormick is leaning out over the plate based on how he just reacted to that one, which means you go back inside with the sinker, as you do, and you get a whiff on it. Like, sometimes you don't really see whiffs on sinkers. It's not really their thing. It's very rare to see a sinker over a 10% swing strike rate. And honestly, at that point, you normally see from like those lefties that have flat arm angles, which makes it act more like a four-seamer than a sinker. And that's nice. It's nice to see. What is... Okay. I mean, he's trying to almost commit on that, and that's very far inside, you know? It just goes to show how tempting that pitch is if you get it close enough. Oh, man, that's right down the middle at 96, and he gets away with it. That must make you feel good, but he's also on top of that, right? He fouled it straight back, so you got to throw like a slider at this point. Let's see what you got. Oh, no, he goes for the sinker again. My gosh! Ah! This is a skill we didn't know that Bryan Woo had entering this start, and it's not four-seamers, it's not sliders, it's sinkers inside that just eat batters alive. Here's McCormick swinging and missing on the sinker that started on the plate and just dove inside, and he did this more than four-seamers. Bryan Woo could actually be something special because of that pitch. All right, that's a good four-seamer. We'll take that. Another, I mean, so Bryan Woo in this one, I think his four-seamer had a sub 50% strike rate, which is shocking because that's really has been everything thus far. You think of Bryan Woo's success, it's just four-seamers just dominating up in the zone. I mean, I believe it had an 18% swing strike rate entering this game, which is insane. That's 0-2. This is an interesting pitch because this needs to be higher up. I know you're saying, look, Nick, it's pretty high and it's off the plate. But it still allows Maldonado to be pretty level with his bat. And if this is above where he needs to actually tilt it more, he's probably going to swing underneath it and you know, strike three. But because he keeps it a little bit lower, especially because also it's away, it kind of forces him to keep it flatter. Just kind of extending out, right? Instead of focusing on that lift. I know I'm being very judgmental of like a very small adjustment, but that's the reason why that is actually put into play as opposed to a whiff. But like, I'm not upset at Woo. Like, that's Maldonado did a good job on that, you know. I'm very critical, as you guys know, but it's all about teaching you what perfection looks like, what like the best of the best do, and what the little things that can make those huge differences that separates those that have good skills but aren't really elite and those that actually are elite, right? And I just want the best for Bryan Woo. There's a good fastball. I know it's 94, but good location there. And it is interesting to see Woo really struggle when it comes to locations, right? With every single fastball, I don't know where this is going to go. Let's just look at these first two pitches again here. So he's trying to get it down and away, and he misses that with the slider, right? Then he tries to go kind of wherever, and he gets it that one. I think they are trying to aim for that. Now, like, okay, same kind of thing. Like, the glove is in the same spot in two pitches. And that one misses over there, right? You can see him fall off and everything. And that is an issue that we got to really address with Bryan Woo, is that, yeah, he's not necessarily precise as we want. The sinker, though, it is. The sinker is like, for whatever reason, he nailed that one. Yeah, he keeps overthrowing these sliders. I mean, that's a huge thing he's got to fix in the future. Can't nail that four-seamer. Get a sinker inside? No, surprise him. Yeah, beautiful. Like, this is... Look, you just threw, what, 3 balls in a row? And you're like, okay, it's 3-2. I don't want to walk him, but I don't want to give in with a four-seamer. The perfect pitch is that sinker inside. It's the perfect pitch as far as what Woo is confident in, right? And there's that sinker. Ah, that's so good. That's so good. That gets the out. It doesn't matter that it's not a strikeout. That's an out. You deserve that. That's a perfect 3-2 pitch after throwing all these four-seamers and sliders, and then he comes back in. And you can even see, like, actually, did I see that right? Look at his face. Ah, he's upset. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts your hand. Forget about that. Hitters go through pain when it get jammed like that. It is not a good feeling. There's a great first pitch slider. That's amazing. Down and away, inside the zone at 0-0 like that, where if they do swing, you likely get the out. Beautiful. And if you guys didn't know, Woo did well here with 6 innings. He settled down after the first one and got all of these quick outs. I mean, he's only at 38 pitches now. He's going to be out of this pretty soon. Woo! There's the good fastball. You can see the giddy up on that one. Oh, that was great. Throw it again, man. I mean, by the way, actually, you don't, and I'm glad they didn't, because that was a foul tip back into the glove, and when you see a foul tip back in the glove, that's pretty much the same thing as a foul ball straight back, which essentially means that he's on it. So he threw a changeup, and I love this. I feel that Bryan Woo really does need a nullifier against the lefties. The sinker is a nullifier against the righties. The four-seamer is always going to be good, and we don't disagree with that. And that could be enough, I guess, if he's able to really get it into this, you know, up here and do the 7, right? By the way, the 7 is like you live on the top of the zone, and then you live on the inside corner of either side. It's more obviously a 7 on this side when you get righties, but against lefties, it's, you know, it's just a backward 7. But this changeup could be a huge, huge thing for him. I would love for him to be able to do this with consistency. He's just not there yet. One more time. And you can actually, there's more ride to that than you can really see at this angle. So 2-1, this is kind of tough here. What do you throw? Ah, he threw a backdoor cutter. I mean, that's good. He needs to be able to do that. That's what Smoltz says in the broadcast, and he's right. Something else to kind of get a strike is you can't really throw the sinker against lefties. Why can't you really throw sinkers against lefties? And this is a question I get asked a lot. Because sinkers moving into the bat are really, really dangerous. But moving away from the bat, batters are able to lean out and push it to the opposite field really, really effectively and stay on the barrel. So unless you're doing the front hip stuff with, you know, you want to surprise them with a called strike that starts at their hip and then comes back over, you can't really sit away with sinkers unless you get them down. They actually drop and they go under the bat. And I don't think Bryan Woo does that. So you can't really throw the sinker here. The four-seamer is that pitch, and then you need something else to throw strikes. And the cutter was the pitch here because it wasn't a changeup, and that's a huge, huge deal. You generally want that cutter over here to jam them. But now after that, I think you go with a four-seamer away. Yeah, you tried to. Missed it. Now you go four-seamer inside is what I would do. Oh, there's a changeup again. No, is it just an... Actually, that was the sinker. Look at that. I think that was the sinker. Yeah, that fell off the plate there. That's brilliant. Completely took him by surprise. You can do that if they're not expecting it whatsoever in a 3-2 count. That's nice. That's not normally the case. Just going to tell you that right now. This is the last inning we're going to do with Bryan Woo here. Oh my gosh. Ah! I mean, look, if you need one pitch to summarize how good Bryan Woo was against the Astros, it was this pitch. It wasn't a four-seamer. Oh, wait, I got to do that again. I'm sorry, guys. If you need one pitch to summarize Bryan Woo's start against the Astros, it wasn't the four-seamer. It was this. A beautiful sinker inside that gets an out. Oh, that's just beautiful. Bryan Woo now is getting quick outs with inside sinkers to right-handers. And then you throw in the 18% swinging strike rate four-seamer upstairs. That's a legit pitcher.
Looking out there like, what did you just do to me?
That was so nice. That was so nice. Fastball inside. This is the second time that Abreu's like flared it out on an inside pitch. That's great. So I already get 2 outs. It's 48 pitches for Bryan Woo. There's a good first pitch slider. We'll take that free real estate all day. And he does a second one. Oh my gosh. Look how Diaz is stepping in the bucket. If you don't know what stepping in the bucket is, it means you're stepping this way as opposed to coming straight forward. He's so open. Watch this. Look where his butt is, his hips are, like everything. This is not a man ready to drive. He's trying to cheat on an inside sinker by doing this, right? He's pulling everything towards third base, and as the ball just goes away, and he's oh god. Yeah, this is not elite hitting. So one more time in full speed here. I mean, that's how you go 6 innings with a comfortable pitch count. You know, that's 4 innings on 50 pitches. Beautiful stuff, Bryan Woo. Hopefully that gives you guys a good understanding of Bryan Woo. That wasn't even the four-seamer dominance, and he has that too. So be excited about Bryan Woo, and be attentive to see if that sinker is still there next time. This was the first time I really saw it explode in this way, and I hope that sticks around. But all right, that is it. Make sure you leave in the comments who you want me to talk about next. I saw some requests for Bryan Woo, so that's why I did this one. But that is it for today. So my name is Nick Pollack, and may your BABIPs be low and your strikeouts high.